once to see. So just simple way, previous slide low just I explained a simple way. So it is as the textbook in this way that in textbook given. See here, algorithm for decision tree induction. First, the generate decision tree. Okay, generate a decision tree from training tuples of data partition D. Okay, so data partition, data set D. So the training set we have to take, from that we have to construct a decision tree. What is the input? Input enti diniki? For this, what is the input means data partition D, data set D, training set D. Training set is nothing but data set here. Okay, the training set is the input here, which is a set of training tuples and their associated class labels. In training set, the class labels can be given. In testing set, we have to find out the class labels. Okay, so that is the difference between training set and testing set. So here the training set can be given as input. Other one is the attribute list. Okay, what are the attributes? Next, attribute selection method, a procedure to determine splitting criterion that best partitions the data tuples into individual classes. The criterion consists of splitting attribute and possibly either a split point or splitting subset. Okay, so how we have to select the attribute based upon information gain. So based on information gain, we have to find out which attribute can be chosen for partition. Okay, so that these can be given as input. What is output? Okay, for this algorithm, what is output? Finally, decision tree. If you have given training set, so the conditions you have given, the finally the decision tree can be given as output for you. Okay, decision tree is the result. Just you simply give the training set. How many? If you can give 1,000 or you can give 1 lakh records, based upon all the records, the taking the conditions from the records itself, the algorithm will create a decision tree. From this algorithm, what is the output? Decision tree is the output. And for this algorithm, what is the input? Training set is the input. Training data set is the input. So what is the method? Okay, first create a node n. For decision tree construction, this is the algorithm. Already we discussed that is informal way. This is formal way. So create a node n, that is the root node. If tuples in D are all of the same class C, then return n as a leaf node labeled with class C. So if all are giving the same result, I already discussed now, all are giving the same result, then no need to go for division. Simply that is the result. Okay, all belongs to class S. That class S is the result. There is no need of going to again checking the other attributes, conditions. There is no need. That is the first case. If attribute list is empty, then return n as leaf node labeled with the majority class in D. Okay, so the attribute list is empty now. So then n as leaf node. So the particular n is nothing but the same class for all, same class, for all belongs to same class. Then n returned as C in the above case. 1 minute please. హలో, ఇప్పుడు కూడా క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను సార్. నేను కూడా ఇంకా అవ్వలేదు సార్. మళ్ళీ చేస్తాను మీకు, సరేనా? ఒక్క 1 అవర్ వద్దా? ఓకే సరే ఓకే సరే సార్, సరే. Okay, so if the attribute list is empty, so then return n as leaf node. Okay, మీరు ఆల్రెడీ చారిత్రి, once please unmute.
సార్
ఓకే మీరు మెసేజ్ చేశారా 10:28 అయిందని టైము? అవునా? ఓకే లేదు, నేనేమన్నంటే 10 బ్రేక్ ఇస్తానని చెప్పాను కదా మిడిల్లో. సో జస్ట్ దట్ 5 minutes బ్రేక్ అయ్యి గివెన్ అనమాట. ఓకేనా? ఓకే, అదే ఇంకా 32 మెంబర్స్ జాయిన్ అయ్యారేంటమ్మా, మిగిలిన మెంబర్స్ జాయిన్ అవ్వలేదు?
అదే సార్, మేము గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టాము సార్, బట్ రీజన్ అయితే తెలియలేదు సార్.
ఓకే సరే, లీవ్ ఇట్. సో విల్ డిస్కస్ ఆఫ్టర్ క్లాస్, విల్ డిస్కస్ దట్. Any other questions like we will discuss.
Okay.
First we will see. Okay. Next చూడమ్మా. Next, if attribute list is empty, then simply the majority class in D, so that can be given as output. Okay. అసలు జస్ట్ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ ఏంటి, tuples in D are all of the same class. అన్ని ఫర్ ఆల్ రోస్ సేమ్ రిజల్ట్ సేమ్ క్లాస్ అనుకోండి, ఫర్ ఆల్ రోస్ సేమ్ క్లాస్, సింప్లీ రూట్ నోడ్ ఏముంటుంది దానికి రిజల్ట్ వచ్చి క్లాస్, దాని ఎస్ ఆర్ నో క్లాస్ కదా, ఆ ఎస్ అయితే ఎస్, దట్ కెన్ బి గివెన్ యాజ్ అవుట్పుట్ అంతే. సో సెకండ్ ఏం చెప్పాడు, అట్రిబ్యూట్ లిస్ట్ ఈజ్ ఎంప్టీ. సో అట్రిబ్యూట్ లిస్ట్ అసలు ఏం లేదు, ఓకే, నో అట్రిబ్యూట్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. సో దెన్ ఆల్సో రిటర్న్ ఎన్ యాజ్ ఎ లీఫ్ నోడ్, దట్ ఈస్ విత్ మెజారిటీ క్లాస్ డి. అదర్ అట్రిబ్యూట్స్ ఏం లేవు ఇక్కడ. అట్రిబ్యూట్ లిస్ట్ అంటే ఏంటి, మన ఆరిజిన్ అట్రిబ్యూట్ టార్గెట్ అట్రిబ్యూట్ కాకుండా రిమైనింగ్ అట్రిబ్యూట్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ నా, those attributes are nothing but the attribute list. If nothing, no attribute list is there, so then simply your that is student roll number, he is belong to clever or not, that is all the same clever na, all clever. Then what is the student yes, that is clever, there is no other thing na. So every student belongs to clever, so then there is no case of subdivision, simply that is the result. Attribute list is empty, then that is the reason. Okay, 4-5 steps meaning is that. Okay, next apply attribute selection method d comma attribute list to find the best splitting criterion. You have to apply attribute selection method. Okay, so that attribute selection method is nothing but here information gain we will calculate. For attribute list you will calculate for that particular condition, for that particular condition what is the information gain for the other attributes. You have to find out which information gain is high, that attribute you have to take as the splitting criterion. Label node n with splitting criterion. If splitting attribute is discrete valued and multi-way splits allowed, then attribute list is attribute list minus splitting attribute. Okay, so remove splitting attribute, remove that splitting attribute. So if the splitting attribute is discrete valued, so discrete valued means if it is not discrete valued, then also we have to change it to the discrete valued. Okay, so అక్కడ మనకి సింపుల్ గా discrete valued అని వచ్చింది, that means categorical valued అనుకోండి. Then what we have to do, multi-way splits allowed. So multi-way splits, if it is discrete valued, then multi-way splits allowed. Number of splits you can do, that is income high, income middle, income low, like that multi-way splits allowed. Attribute list minus splitting attribute. Okay, in that what is splitting attribute, remove splitting attribute. Next, for each outcome j of the splitting criterion, partition the tuples and grow subtrees for each partition. For each splitting criterion what we will do, so again we will calculate grow subtrees for each partition. Again you will go for the condition that is true or false. If that is all belongs to the same class, so automatically for each it is a recursive, for each subtree it is a recursive, then it will go to back. All records belongs to same class means it will stop, the result will be given as class C. Okay, so leaf node is given as class C, major class. If that is not the case, again you will go for the other attribute. Splitting criterion you will go, so you will again split that into number of parts. So again you will go for the division, and again you will check the conditions, and again you will these are belongs to same class or not, you will find out. All belongs to same class, again you will go back. All belongs to same class means the result is same. If all belongs to all records not belongs to same class means again you will subdivide based on the information gain. Let dj be the set of data tuples in D satisfying the outcome j. If dj is empty, then attach a leaf labeled with the majority class in D to node n. So from root node how we have to go to the next node, again how we have to go to the next node, like that. So else attach the node returned by generate decision tree. This is generate decision tree, again you have to generate the decision tree where it started, this is the algorithm name na. So again from first it will go to all steps. Okay, simply end for loop, next return n. Okay, so n return చేయడం అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏంటి మనకి, how we are returning n, first n తీసుకున్నాం, so n తీసుకొని, so those all is giving the same result. Node we have taken, per node all the values are same, so then simply the class name is the result. So that is stopping condition. Next, the other case, if you go further, so you have seen the final target value is for all the attributes the value is same. So then there is a no attribute list. That is the only the origin attribute and target attributes are there. No other attributes are there. Then also the tree will be root node and a leaf node. That's it. There is no internal node. Why? Because there is no attribute list. There is no internal node. Okay. So like that you have to go. Like that you have to solve. Okay. So this is the algorithm for decision tree induction. Already we discussed here. So this is the algorithm for decision. This is a just informal way. So this is the algorithm for decision tree induction informal way. So this is the algorithm for decision tree induction. It is a formal way. Okay. So then, so in algorithm for decision tree induction, what we will see, the tree pruning. Tree pruning is performed in order to remove anomalies in training data due to noise outliers. Already we discussed about tree pruning. The tree pruning is nothing but cutting unnecessary part, removing of that outliers, redundant values, any problems are there now, those all values, all branches, all unnecessary branches can be removed. That is nothing but tree pruning. Two phases are there, pre pruning, post pruning. What is meant by pre pruning? Before constructing tree itself, we will see in how many levels, in less number of levels we can construct a tree. Possible extent we will construct a tree in a precise manner. The tree has to be, if the tree takes, a tree can be constructed in 10 levels, 20 levels, 5 levels also. What we have to consider 5 levels? Why? Because it is taking less space, means it is taking less time. So time complexity, space complexity for any algorithm, for any method, that is the main reason. Any method we are going, the main reason is time complexity, space complexity. The decision tree consists of less number of levels. In 5 levels itself it is giving the result. Then what is the necessity to go for 10 levels, 20 levels? Okay, those levels are not needed, those branches are not needed. Okay, in that way, in an efficient way we have to construct a decision tree. Tree pruning means before constructing a tree itself, we will check at each and every node this partition is needed or not. Like that we will check. Okay, unnecessary branches, that is post pruning. If that a post pruning is there, this approach removes the subtree from a fully grown tree, already constructed tree that consists of some levels, 10 levels or 20 levels. After constructing a tree, you thought that these branches are not needed. Then what you will do? You will just remove that particular branch. Okay, just you will remove that particular branch. So and you will consider what is the portion is needed, from which portion you can get the result, that portion. With this result, my for all records I am getting the result. So then I will take that portion only. For the other portion there is no use, no? So you are getting result for all records using this 5 levels itself. The other level, the other branch is nowhere it is useful. No? Without that also we are getting result. So then what is the need with that particular branch? Just after constructing a tree itself, just we will remove that branch. That is post pruning. Okay, so the pre pruning and post pruning. These two phases are important in decision tree induction. Decision tree classifier. Okay, so here I am taking other example, marital status. Okay, this is the training set. Refund, yes or no. 10 transactions are there. There are totally 10 records are there. These are the attribute list. Refund, marital status, taxable income. Okay, refund, yes or no. Binary attribute. Marital status, married, single, divorced. Categorical attribute, taxable income. Income, that is a continuous attribute. Cheat, this is the target attribute. That is nothing but we have to find out the value. Cheat, yes or no, we have to find out. Okay. So then first one is the refund. Refund, yes or no. Marital status, single, married, divorce. Taxable income, different ways, 70k, so the 10 from 10k to 1 lakh, 1.25, like that. So that is a continuous attribute. Okay, this is the attribute list, this is the training set. So then we have to find out cheating yes or no. Okay, that a training set, in the training set we are having this cheat value yes or no. In the testing set we have to find out there is a possibility of cheat or not, that we have to find out. The cheat column we have to find out for the testing set. Okay, so this is the case. Then from this training set, what we have to do from algorithm, you can easily observe, you can easily find out. Now you can easily do. So you can take these attributes and you can construct a decision tree. Okay, we can solve classification problem by asking series of questions to attributes of test record. Each time we receive an answer followed by follow-up question is asked until reach a conclusion. Okay, so here just you take these from this attribute list, you take the attribute marital status. Okay, so marital status, you are having three types of attributes now, so that is three values. This is categorical attribute. You have to convert this into two types. Okay, so you have to convert this. How you can convert married or unmarried? So unmarried is nothing but single divorce. Single divorce both comes under unmarried. Married, unmarried, marital status two types. Actually here it is three types, three categories. You are dividing it into two types. How you are dividing it into two types? Married considered as one, other one single divorce, both can be combined. Single divorce, what are the records consist of value single, and what are the records that consist of value as a divorce? You take all the records single divorce and you are representing it as same. You are combining those two. Okay, so marital status married, then what is the result? No. Next, married, cheat, no. Next, married, cheat, no. Okay, married, then the result is no. Next, single divorced. Single divorced. So then what is the result for single divorce? Just you observe, for single divorce, single yes, sorry, single no, divorce yes, divorce no, single yes, single no, single yes are there, divorce yes, divorce no are there. So that's why it has to be subdivided. Single divorce, yeah, it has to be subdivided. How it will be subdivided? Okay, how it will be subdivided? You have to take other attributes. Refund you have taken. Okay, refund is the other attribute. Marital status is single or divorce, and refund status is no, then the result is, sorry, refund is yes, then the result is no, then they will not cheat. Okay, so automatically here single divorce, actually marital status married aithe they will not cheat. Okay, so unmarried single gani divorce gani unte there is a chance of cheating. Okay, next, again single and divorce లో చీట్ చేసే పాసిబిలిటీ ఎవరికి ఉంది ఎవరికి లేదని ఎట్లా చేస్తామంటే, రిఫండ్ వాళ్ళు ప్రీవియస్ గా రిఫండ్ చేస్తున్నారా? ఎస్, ప్రీవియస్ గా రిఫండ్ చేసి ఉంటే దెన్ ఇప్పుడు కూడా వాళ్ళు చేయరు, దెన్ ఐ కెన్ టేక్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఏ నో, దే విల్ నాట్ చీట్. Previously they refunded amount, they repay the amount clearly. Previously they have good credit record, so then they will not cheat. Okay, so like that I am constructing a tree. Refund yes, then they will not cheat. Okay, so the value is no. Next, refund no, marital status is single divorce, refund is no. So then again we are having for single divorce refund is no, check that value. Single refund is no, single refund is no, the value is no. Divorce refund is no, the value is yes. Single refund is no, the value is yes. Like that. Okay, again we are having two classes. Okay, if single divorce the refund is no, we are having only one class, then that class can be given as output. But here it is not case, again it is showing two classes. Okay, again the result is two classes. You just check the result is 2 lakhs. That's why you have to take other attribute. What is the other attribute? Taxable income. Taxable income, it is a continuous attribute. Always you have to remember in decision tree, if any continuous attribute came in algorithm itself, we discussed. If any continuous attribute is there, you have to change it into a discrete attribute, a binary attribute. Like that, you have to change it. So taxable income that can be changed into a binary attribute less than 80k, greater than 80k. Okay, less than 80,000 salary, greater than 80,000 salary, less than 80,000 taxable income which are having less than 80,000, they are not cheating. Taxable income greater than 80,000, taxable income is that much. So that's why there is a need of cheating. Why? Because if taxable income is high, na, you have to pay more tax. To anyone is not interested to okay, most of us are not interested to pay the tax. Okay, so that's why what they will do, they will cheat. So, showing unnecessary records, so some wrong documents, some fake documents, like that, there is a chance of cheating in any way. So not only paying the amount, there is a chance of cheating by showing the house loans like that, na? In a wrong way they can show, fake documents they can show, and they can they may escape from the tax. Okay, they may skip from the tax. So this is the decision tree we can construct like this. There are so many training sets are there. There are so many examples are available. You can you can take a training set, from that you construct a decision tree. Okay, not only this is the only way to construct a decision tree. It is not correct. There are so many ways. See here, there are so many ways to construct a decision tree. Root here, decision tree classifier, root node, internal node, leaf nodes. Three types of nodes are there. So first you have taken refund here. Refund is the root node. Refund yes means, so all contains the same value, no, so there no cheat. Refund no means marital status you will check, married, then the result is no. Marital status single, divorce, then you have to go for the taxable income. Taxable income less than 80k, greater than 80k. So less than 80k, there is answer is no. Greater than 80k, answer is yes. Okay, this is the decision tree we formed. Okay, so like this way you can form decision tree in any way. So working of decision tree classifier. So I have taken number of examples here. See here, for decision tree induction, why I have taken number of examples. How these many examples I am giving, why? Because now this is important. That's why. Okay, just this is a decision tree I constructed. Now this is a test data. Refund value is no. Married, marital status is married. Taxable income is 80k. Just you apply this test record. Okay, so this test record you have to apply for this decision tree, and you can get the result. Okay, so first refund value no. Refund value no అయితే, so ఇదేమవుతుంది, లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్కి వెళ్తుంది. దట్ ఈస్ సారీ, from root node point of view, the right side is refund yes, that is no. Okay, we are opposite to that now. So for that root node, what is the right side? Right side is the yes. Refund yes means they will not cheat. Okay, so refund no means, in the test set, first value is the refund no. Refund no, you have to go for the next level. So what is the marital status value? Marital status married. Again you have to go the next level. Marital status married. What is the result? No. So then cheat. What is the value? Cheat value no. Okay, assign cheat value as no. Okay, like this way. For test data here, only one record is there. Number of records, for all records you can find out the values. Okay, so other refund yes. Okay, refund yes, marital status some value, taxable income some value. Cheat, what is the cheat value? So refund yes means always it is no. So directly with the one value itself we can give the cheat as no. Okay, next. So again some other values, you can take all any values you interested, just you apply here. You apply number of values, you apply here. Just these as a test data you consider here. and you apply for this decision tree, and you just take the result. Okay, that is the purpose of decision tree. You can easily get the result. Okay, there is no need of domain knowledge. You can easily put the data into decision tree, and you can finally get the result. That is the decision tree advantage, decision tree purpose and decision tree advantage. Okay. So next, building decision tree. Again, from this cheating or not cheating refunders, na? Again from root node to next step by step how we can construct a decision tree. So that I clearly explained here again. So first, don't cheat, only one attribute you have taken. So for that, cheat equal to no, you can take that as a single node. Most of the borrowers successfully repaid their loans. That's why you have taken don't cheat. Since the records belongs to both classes, but we are having the results as cheat yes or no. Both cases are there. Cheat, no cheat, don't cheat. Okay. That's why we have to again go for the next attribute. Refund attribute we will take. Refund yes or no. Refund no means cheat. Refund yes means there are don't cheat, cheat. Both cases are there. Sorry, yes means don't cheat. No means both cases are there. That's why you have to go for other attribute. Okay. Again, you have to go for other attribute. Okay. So then finally you can get. This is all about the data. Once you go through this data, okay, I will send the Word document and I will also share the PPT. Once you go through that, step by step how you are getting, okay, how you are forming decision tree based on algorithm. Okay, that is here. For the other examples we have shown, na, that's why again I need not to discuss here. Simply the left child of the root is a leaf node labeled with don't cheat. Okay, so here in this step, left node is don't cheat, refund is yes, na, left node is don't cheat. There is no subdivision. For the right child we need to continue applying recursive step of Hunt's algorithm until all records belongs to same class. Here in syllabus you are having only Hunt's algorithm, so that algorithm says all belongs to same class, then you stop. If all belongs to all or not belongs to same class, then you have to proceed the same procedure. Recursively you have to follow the same procedure again and again. Okay, so then you have to go for other attribute, marital status, single, divorced, married. Okay, so for married, don't cheat is the final result. Okay, all belongs to the same class. Married, no. That means that's why no, don't cheat. Marital status, single, divorced means cheat. Okay, so then refund yes or no. Refund yes means don't cheat. Refund no means marital status. Marital status, married, single, divorced. Married means don't cheat. Single, divorced means again that there are subdivision. Why? Because single, divorce, some belongs to cheat, some belongs to don't cheat. That's why again based upon other attribute you are dividing into two categories: cheat, don't cheat. Okay, so that is about the decision tree. That is the way of constructing a decision tree. So and how we have to take the training set. Okay, from training set how we have to build the decision tree in step by step manner. Okay, what is the algorithm, Hunt's algorithm? What is the decision tree algorithm? Okay, in our syllabus we are having only that algorithm, that is Hunt's algorithm. So how that Hunt's algorithm works? What is the algorithm and how it works? Okay, how to construct a decision tree step by step. Next, how to apply test set on decision tree. These are all we have seen. Okay, that is about decision tree induction. Okay, classification can be done by using decision tree. You have to construct a decision tree by using this Hunt's algorithm. So based upon this Hunt's algorithm, we are constructing a decision tree and we are applying test records on the decision tree and we are getting the result. In that way, we are doing the classification. Result is nothing but what is the result for test records? Yes or no. Yes or no is nothing but the yes class, no class. Two categories. Two categories is nothing but the classification. That is about the classification by decision tree induction. Next, naive Bayes classifier. Okay, classification we can do by using naive Bayes theorem also. First, Bayes theorem, naive Bayes classification. Okay, both are related. Why? Because Bayes theorem, it is saying Bayes formula, probability formula that we will discuss, that can be used, that can be connected to naive theorem, and both can be combined. Naive Bayes, both can be combined, and this is a naive Bayes classification method, naive Bayes classifier. Okay, so first we will discuss what is Bayes theorem. Bayesian classification is based on Bayes theorem. See here, ఇక్కడ naive Bayes is nothing but extension of this Bayes theorem. First, what is Bayes theorem saying? Once we will see. Bayesian classifiers are the statistical classifiers. Bayesian classifiers can predict class membership probabilities, such as probability that given tuple belongs to a particular class or not. Belongs to a particular class. Okay, probability of a tuple belongs to particular class. Bayes theorem. So first, what Bayes theorem says? Okay, Bayes theorem names after the scientist name itself. Two types of probabilities: posterior probability, prior probability. So here it is the formula, Bayes theorem. This formula is familiar formula. This is probability. So in probability, you are having probability of A by B equal to probability of B by A into probability of A by probability of B. So that is the case, no? That is the Bayes. According to Bayes theorem, this is the formula. P of H by X equal to P of X by H into P of H slash P of X. Okay, so that is the Bayes theorem. So see here, Bayes theorem, posterior probability. So here the P of A by B equal to P of B by A into P of A by P of B kada. So ikkada P of A by B ఏమంటాం అంటే posterior probability అంటాం. P of B by A likelihood probability, P of A prior probability by P of B. P of B is the evidence probability, evidence or marginal probability. Okay, so this is about the Bayes theorem formula. We'll go for example. First we have to remember this formula. Okay, P of H by X is equal to P of X by H into P of H by P of X. Simply we can say P of A by B equal to P of B by A into P of A by P of B. So ఇక్కడ చూడండి, మీకు P of A by B అంటే probability of A when B is given, probability of A when B is given. P of B by A అంటే probability of B when A is given. Next, P of A. P of A is nothing but prior probability. Okay, P of A by B అన్నాం కదా, that is the posterior probability. P of A by B అనేది మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. P of A by B equal to likelihood P of B by A into P of A by P of B అన్నాం. Okay, once you please write down this formula, why? Because this is very important. Posterior probability అంటే చూడండి, ఇక్కడ P of A by B కి P of A కి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటంటే, P of A by B means probability of A when B is given. B ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత మనకి A కి ప్రాబిలిటీ ఏంటి, B వాల్యూ ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత A కి ప్రాబిలిటీ ఏంటి, దట్ ఈస్ పోస్టీరియర్ ప్రాబిలిటీ. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, లైక్లీహుడ్ ఇంటూ ప్రియర్ ప్రాబిలిటీ అన్న కదా. ప్రియర్ ప్రాబిలిటీ అంటే P of A. P of A అంటే ఏంటి, B ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత అది పోస్టీరియర్ ప్రాబిలిటీ. P of A by B అంటే B ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత ఏ ప్రాబిలిటీ ఎంత. P of A అంటే సో ఏ ప్రాబిలిటీ ఎంత, దట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రియర్ ప్రాబిలిటీ. B ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత ప్రాబిలిటీ ఈజ్ పోస్టీరియర్ ప్రాబిలిటీ. సో B value is not known, unknown, then that is the prior probability. P of A is nothing but the prior probability, that is when B is given, when B is known, so automatically that is P of A by B. Okay, so that is P of A by B can be known by P of B by A into P of A by P of B. Okay, so for this you need to solve some example, then only you can understand. Okay, without problem you cannot understand. So actually we will go through some small example of Bayes theorem later we'll see, but if we go to that example you can first understand how simple probability how we can find out. Anyway, in Naive Bayes itself it is a collection of that. Bayes theorem collection is nothing but Naive Bayes theorem. Okay, so once we will see Naive Bayes example, then you can understand clearly. Okay, so Naive Bayes classifier, this is also other classification method. See here, this is the training set. Training set is nothing but, see here, example, that means transaction 1 2 3 4 and so on, 10 records are there. Color red, yellow, two types are there. Binary attribute. Here type, some car type it is. Okay, from car name, sports, SUV. Next, sports, only two types are there. Next, origin, domestic, imported. Okay, this is also binary attribute, two types are there. So finally stolen, yes or no. So color is red, type is sports, origin is domestic, stolen yes. Red sports domestic, stolen no. Yellow sports domestic, stolen yes. Sorry, stolen yes kada yes. Yellow sports domestic no. Red sports domestic yes. Yellow sports domestic no. Yellow sports imported yes. Like that we are having 10 records. So based upon these 10 records we have to find out for the 11th record, for new instance, red SUV domestic, for these three values what is the result, yes or no, that you have to find out. In decision tree you can find out these values by using just applying this new instance value, this test record directly you can apply to decision tree and you can get the result. That is a process in decision tree. Then how we will do in a Naive Bayes classifier, that we will discuss here. In Naive Bayes classifier you will find out for this red SUV domestic, 11th record is red SUV domestic. For these three values what is the output, stolen yes or no, that you have to find out. To find out that, what you have to do, first you have to find out all these values. See here, color, type, origin, stolen. This is the training set now. So from this training set what you have to do, probability of yes. What is the probability of yes? In the final last column lo చూడండి మీకు stolen yes no కదా, how many yes are there చూడండి, total గా 10 records కదా. సో డినామినేటర్ లో 10 ఉండాలి, yes కదా, yes లో ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి కౌంట్ చేయండి, 1 2 3 4 5. దట్స్ వై probability of yes equal to 5/10, 0.5. P of no అంటే probability of no. No ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి చూడండి, no 1 2 3 4 5. yes no ఉన్నాయి అంటే ఆటోమేటికల్లీ no 5 కదా, 5 by total records ఎన్ని 10, 5 by total 10, 0.5. probability of yes is 0.5, probability of no is 0.5. Then we have to find out all these, color, type, origin, for all these we have to find out. First color red అవడానికి ఛాన్స్ ఎంత, ఓకే, కలర్ రెడ్ అయి ఉండి కలర్ రెడ్ స్టోలెన్ ఎస్ అవడానికి ఛాన్స్ ఎంత, కలర్ ఎల్లో స్టోలెన్ ఎస్, what is the probability, color red stolen no, what is the probability, color yellow stolen no, what is the probability. Again, type sports, what is the probability of stolen yes, type SUV, what is the property of stolen yes, type sports, what is the probability of stolen no, type SUV, what is the probability of stolen no. In the same way origin values also, based on that probability of stolen yes, probability of stolen no, both you have to find out. Okay, so to find out the new instance value for this new instance red SUV domestic, what is the result, to find out that you have to find out all these record values. Okay, next color red yellow, two types are there na. For first red, color is red, then what is the probability of yes, red and yes, Total how many S are there? 5. Okay. In S, how many red? Check. Okay. In S, total S are 5 na. 1 first record yes, third record yes, fifth record yes, seventh record yes, 10th record yes. Okay. If 5 yes records low, how many red are there? First one is yes red, third one is yes red, fifth one is yes yellow, seventh one is yes yellow, 10th one is yes red. Okay, totally 3 na. That's why the probability is 3/5. Simply ఇక్కడ మీకు ఏం లేదమ్మా, క్లియర్. ప్రాబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎస్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలంటే ఓన్లీ ఎస్ ఉన్నవన్నీ బై టోటల్ ఎన్ని, ప్రాబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ నో అంటే నో ఉన్నవన్నీ బై టోటల్ ఎన్ని. సో ఎస్ అంటే 5/10, ఇక్కడ 5/10 ప్రాబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎస్ నో అయిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటి, కలర్ రెడ్ ఉండి అదే స్టోలెన్ ఎస్ అవడానికి ఎంత, స్టోలెన్ నో అవడానికి ఎంత. సో ఇక్కడ అలాగే ఎస్ ఉండి రెడ్ అవడానికి ఎంత ఉంది, ఎస్ ఉండి ఎల్లో అవడానికి ఎంత ఉంది. ఎస్ అన్నవి టోటల్ 5 కదా. ఓకే, డినామినేటర్లో ఎస్కి ఆల్వేస్ 5 వస్తుంది, నో కూడా డినామినేటర్లో ఆల్వేస్ 5 వస్తుంది. రెడ్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయో కౌంట్ చేయండి. ఎస్లో రెడ్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి, 3 ఉన్నాయి. ఎస్లో ఎల్లో ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి, 2 ఉన్నాయి. సో 3 + 2 5 కదా. ఓకే, నోలో కూడా ఎంత, మొత్తం టోటల్ వాల్యూస్ 5 ఉండాలి కదా. సో నోలో రెడ్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి చూడండి, నో టోటల్గా 5 ఉన్నాయి కదా. సో డినామినేటర్లో 5 వస్తుంది. నోలో రెడ్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి, 2 ఉన్నాయి. ఎల్లో ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి, 3 ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ టైప్లో కూడా చూడండి. టైప్ స్పోర్ట్స్ ఎస్యూవి, ఎస్ నో. ఎస్ 5 ఉన్నాయి, నో 5 ఉన్నాయి. ఎస్ 5లో స్పోర్ట్స్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి చూడండి. ఫర్ ఎస్ హౌ మెనీ స్పోర్ట్స్ ఆర్ దేర్, 1 2 3 4. Fourth one is not sports. Okay, next last one, fifth one is sports na. Totally 4 are there, 4/5. Next 1 SUV ఉంది వాల్యూ. నెక్స్ట్ నోలో కూడా ఎన్ని స్పోర్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఎన్ని ఎస్యూవి ఉన్న వాల్యూస్. నోలో స్టోలెన్ నో ఉంటే వాల్యూ, దానికి స్పోర్ట్స్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి, 2 ఉన్నాయి. చెక్ చేయండి. ఓకే, 2 స్పోర్ట్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. నెక్స్ట్ 3 ఎస్యూవి ఆర్ దేర్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఆరిజిన్ వాల్యూ కూడా టోటల్ S5 నో 5 కదా. సో ఆరిజిన్లో S5 ఉంటే ఎస్లో డొమెస్టిక్ 2 ఉన్నాయి, ఇంపోర్టెడ్ 3 ఉన్నాయి. నెక్స్ట్ నో 5లో డొమెస్టిక్ 3 ఉన్నాయి, ఇంపోర్టెడ్ 2 ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, దెన్ వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ, న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ రెడ్ SUV డొమెస్టిక్. సో దెన్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ సి P of S by new instance. S by new instance, that is P of S into P of red by S into P of SUV by S into P of domestic by S. ఇక్కడ మనకు చూడండి, న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ వాల్యూస్ ఆర్ రెడ్ SUV డొమెస్టిక్ కదా. ఇప్పుడు రెడ్ SUV డొమెస్టిక్ స్టోలెన్ కి ఎస్ ఆర్ నో, దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి కదా. ఓకే, మనం తీసుకుందాం ప్రాబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎస్ బై న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్. మనం తీసుకున్న న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ ఎస్ అవడానికి ప్రాబిలిటీ ఎంత ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తున్నాం. నెక్స్ట్ పి ఆఫ్ నో బై న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్, మనం తీసుకున్న రికార్డ్ అనేది నో అవడానికి ఛాన్స్ ఎంత, ప్రాబిలిటీ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ పి ఆఫ్ ఎస్ బై న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ అంటే ఎలా వస్తుందంటే, ఇక్కడ పి ఆఫ్ ఎస్ బై న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ ఈక్వల్ టు, అంటే పి ఆఫ్ ఎస్ బై న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ అంటే ఏంటి, పి ఆఫ్ ఎస్ బై రెడ్ SUV డొమెస్టిక్. రెడ్ SUV డొమెస్టిక్ వాల్యూస్ ఉన్నప్పుడు సో మనకి స్టోలెన్ ఎస్ అవడానికి ఛాన్స్ ఏంటి, దట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎస్ బై న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్, ఎస్ బై రెడ్ SUV డొమెస్టిక్. ఓకే, ఫర్ దట్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రొసీజర్, సి హియర్ P of S by new instance equal to P of S into P of red by S into P of SUV by S into P of domestic by S. This is the P of S by new instance. Okay, so P of S by new instance equal to P of S value already we find out 0.5, 5/10. Next P of red by S, red S 3/5. Next SUV S type lo chudandi SUV yes 1/5. Next P of domestic by yes, domestic yes, third one origin lo chudandi 2/5, 2/5. Okay, that is 3/125, 0.024. Okay, so ఇదేంటి న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ నాకు ఎస్ అవడానికి ప్రాబిలిటీ. నెక్స్ట్ అలాగే న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ నో అవడానికి ప్రాబిలిటీ కూడా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. పి ఆఫ్ నో బై న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్, దట్ ఈస్ పి ఆఫ్ నో ఇంటూ పి ఆఫ్ రెడ్ బై నో, సేమ్ ఇట్లాగే సేమ్ ప్రాసెస్. పి ఆఫ్ ఎస్యూవి బై నో ఇంటూ పి ఆఫ్ డొమెస్టిక్ బై నో. ఓకే, పి ఆఫ్ నో 0.5, పి ఆఫ్ రెడ్ బై నో, రెడ్ నో 2/5. నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటి ఎస్యూవి బై నో కదా. నెక్స్ట్ ఎస్యూవి బై నో, ఎస్యూవి నో 3/5. మీరు చెక్ చేయండి. సో ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాల్యూస్ అనే కాదు, జస్ట్ యూ చెక్ ఇన్ ద టేబుల్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్, వన్స్ చెక్ ఇన్ ద టేబుల్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. నెక్స్ట్ పి ఆఫ్ డొమెస్టిక్ కదా, డొమెస్టిక్ నో, డొమెస్టిక్ లో నో ఎంత ఉంది 3/5. ఓకే, సో పి ఆఫ్ నో బై న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ ఈక్వల్ టు, సో ఆల్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు మల్టిప్లై, దట్ ఈస్ 0.072. ఓకే, ఎస్ బై న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ కి ప్రాబిలిటీ 0.024, నో బై న్యూ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ కి ప్రాబిలిటీ 0.072. P of no by new instance is greater than P of yes by new instance. Okay, 0.072 is greater than 0.024 kada. So then no is correct, probability for no is high, that's why new instance red SUV domestic, the result is stolen yes or no, the result is no. Why? Because you have to find out probability for yes and probability for no for the new record you have taken. So for which the probability is high, you have to put that value. Probability of no by new instance is greater than probability of yes by new instance, that's why you have to take it as a no. Okay, for new instance the value is the red SUV domestic, the result is no. Okay, so that is the final result we got. Okay, I hope you understood. For this naive classifier, you multiplied all these, no? So you multiplied P of S by new instance equal to P of S into P of color by S. Next alage P of type, P of origin. So how many attributes are there in attribute list? How many attributes are there? You have to consider all attributes. You have to multiply all attributes. Okay. See here, naive Bayesian classifier or simple Bayesian classifier works as follows. Let D be the training set of tuples and their associated class labels. As usual, each tuple is represented by an n-dimensional attribute vector x equal to x1, x2 and so on xn, depicting n measurements made on the tuples from n attributes, respectively a1, a2 and so on an. There are m classes c1, c2 and so on cm. Here cheating, not cheating, or stolen, not stolen, only two classes. Na? In real time there are so many classes. Okay, there may be n number of classes. Okay, here also x1, x2, x3. See here x1, x2, x3, only three attributes are there. Color, type, origin, only three attributes are there. In real time there may be 100 attributes. You have to multiply probabilities of all 100. Okay, if the given new instance is some a comma b comma c comma d comma e comma f and so on, ala icharankondi, so all these you have to consider. P of S into P of A by S, P of B by S, P of C by S, P of D by S, P of E by S, F by S. So all you have to consider. All probabilities you have to find out, and all probabilities you have to multiply. Then only you will get P of S by new instance. Again for no also you have to find out all. Okay, A by no, B by no, P of B by no, P of C by no, P of D by no, P of E by no, and so on. All these you have to multiply, then only you can get P of no by new instance. Okay, then you have to compare P of S by new instance, P of no by instance, which is greater value, that is the result. If P of by S by new instance is greater than P of no by new instance, then the result is yes. Like that you have to find out the values for test records. Okay, I hope you understood how the result we are finding out by using decision tree and by using naive Bayes classifier. In decision tree, just you will apply the test record to decision tree. Step by step you will iterate that, you will apply that, and you can finally get the leaf node. That node you, which leaf node you get, that is that as a result. That is the result. Okay, you can find out. Here, what you have to do for new instance, you have to find out probability of yes for that instance and probability of no for that instance. Total probability yes, total probability no can be multiplied by probability of yes by new instance is probability of, for each and every attribute you have to find out. Number of 100 attributes are there na, so first attribute by yes by first attribute by yes, probability of second attribute by yes, third by yes, fourth by yes, fifth by yes, all by yes you have to find out and you have to multiply with the total probability of yes. Then you can get probability of yes by new instance. In the same way, probability of no by new instance you can find out by probability of overall probability, that is probability of no. Next, next new instance. For new instance, what is the probability of no? New instance consists of 100 attributes, A, B, C, D, F, and so on. P of A by no, P of B by no, P of C by no, and so on. You have to multiply all these with overall probability. You have to multiply all these probabilities. Then you can get the probability of no by new instance. So compare these two. If yes is greater than no, the result is yes. If no is greater than yes, the result is no. In that way, you can find out the result using naive Bayes classifier. Okay. In these two methods, you can observe. ఇక్కడ రెండిట్లో మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తున్నారా, రెండిట్లో కూడా మీరు ఏం చేస్తున్నారు, క్లాసిఫికేషన్ యు ఆర్ డూయింగ్. ఫైనల్లీ యు ఆర్ ఫైండింగ్ అవుట్, you are doing what you are doing finally. So just you find out the record belongs to yes category or no category. There also in decision tree also in testing set, the record belongs to yes category or no category. You are doing classification. Okay, you are doing classification. Okay, so by using decision tree, how you have to do classification, by using naive Bayes classifier, how you have to do classification, we discuss. Okay, I hope you understood. We will see some other examples also. Okay, in the next class we will see some other examples also, then you can understand. For naive Bayes we will see some other examples. Okay, for decision tree we have seen 3-4 examples like that now. For naive Bayes we will see some other examples, then you can understand clearly. Okay.